Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with a new video for y'all. I think I'm about to start this video, already about to cry, and I really don't want to, but you know, we came here to record today, you know, to talk about, you know, the concerts we went to this week, you know, all the other stuff that went on. But today, like, my whole attitude, my whole mood is just messed up because of what happened earlier today. And I first heard about it, I seen it on the bus because I was actually supposed to meet up with Tamar today, but she had to leave out of town, and that's how I found out what happened. And then when I got home, I seen that, you know, this man just went crazy shooting all these kids and stuff, and it just made me wonder, like, oh my God, no, don't. Well, I'm gonna just have to let myself go. You know, if you're so mad at the world, why do you have to take it out on everybody? I say people need to take it to Jesus. Take it to God. Take your problems to Him. You know, you don't have to kill because you're hurt. And earlier this week, a guy went crazy at the mall and just started shooting people. You know, this world is just getting real crazy, and it's making me upset that we have to, this is like becoming the normal stuff to read or see this on television. And, you know, I just hope that it changed. You know, if you see somebody that's not right, or if you see someone that's just going through things or tweeting things and posting things on Facebook that's not right, I just hope that you go help this person. Or if you have somebody in your family that you think is not saying, or you know, or has been talking about stuff, just pay attention, and you may save many lives. Because now, you know, these killers are getting motivated to go out and start doing mass killings because they are upset with the world and they want to take their frustrations out in the world before they take their own life. And just to see that it was children that got killed today, you know, it just fucked with me, because I have two nieces, and you know, the last thing on your mind or on their mind is they're not coming home. You know, it's like you got some of the children might have celebrated Hanukkah, and then you got them kids that was, you know, anxious for Christmas, and they're not gonna have a Christmas, and their family is just gonna be. Their family is just so messed up because of what happened. And you just, you know, you put a lot of other families, whoever he was, he put so many families in pain because of his pain. And that's not right. It's not right to do that to anybody. And, you know, I'm just so sad because, you know, Christmas, all I know is as a child, I used to count down those days until Christmas. Like, I just could not wait. Now it's like, okay, Christmas, I gotta get people gifts and all of that. But, you know, as a child, that is special. Christmas is one of those days you anticipate. And I just feel for those children who died in fear and all of that. All of them kids that were just so petrified and horrified. It just really messed with me. It's like, how can I go out and just say, or one or two, yes, I want to go out and party. I want to, no, that's not the mood I'm in right now. I'm just upset. I want to know why he did this. Like, I know it got to be, some family member got to know something. He done went up in the classroom and shot his mom, shot all the kids in the classroom, and then went to the next classroom and shot them up. I want to know, how did he get into the school with all of those weapons? Like, it's just a lot of stuff that's just not, you know, hasn't been answered yet, but I really, really want to know. And I'll let you talk.
It's sad. I don't know when stuff like this started happening, but it's happening a little bit more frequently, or more frequent than I expected. At work today, there was two doctors that were talking, and they both were, you know, middle-aged. They definitely were over the age of 50. Mm-hmm. And one of the doctors was saying, excuse me, she was saying, you know, when we were growing up, we didn't experience stuff like this. She said, you know, when we were little kids, we didn't worry about people coming into schools and shooting up schools or going to the malls and shooting up stuff. Of course, you know, there was crime, but it wasn't to this extent. Now you have people just taking rifles and walking into schools and just shooting up people that they don't know. And then the last thing you would think is that somebody would go and to an elementary school and shoot up a kindergarten class. Because if you shoot up a kindergarten class, then you shoot up a daycare. You know what I mean? Because they're all babies. Like, why would you even... What would cross your mind to say, F it, I'm just going to shoot everybody? Like, there's no way... And the sad part, to me, it was no type of way of warning these people. These people had no type of warning. This teacher... Because now we know that the person who did the shooting, he was looking for his mother, to kill his mother. And he went to her classroom first to shoot and kill her and her students. Like, there was no way that she or her students even had a chance to protect themselves. He just went in there and just started shooting. Like, it's unbelievable that somebody would ever do something like that, or to think to do something like that. It's crazy. And I remember when I was in elementary school, we didn't have security guards. We didn't have it, because when I was in elementary school, stuff like this didn't happen. Like, you didn't have... The first big event that I knew about a school getting shot up was Columbine. Now, that's not to say that that was the first time something like that ever happened, because I'm sure it wasn't. But it wasn't something that happened frequently. So therefore, I had never heard about anything like that until Columbine happened in '99. And then that's when that was all over the news. But when I was in elementary school, stuff like that just didn't happen. In middle school, I didn't see any security guards. It wasn't until I got to high school when I saw security guards for the first time, and I was just like, wow, like, security guards in the school. And it's sad now, because even today, there's not a lot of elementary schools or middle schools that have security guards. But I think after today's event, that's probably going to change.
Especially in the safest neighborhoods.
Especially in the safest neighborhoods. Because who ever heard of Newtown, Connecticut? I've never heard of that place before.
Never heard of it, but it's like stuff like this never happened.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it's sad. It's really sad. And as Kevin and I were watching the news reports before we started recording, there was like an aerial shot from a helicopter, you know, recording everything that was going on the ground. And there was a woman who was running, and she ran under the police tape, and I guess there was an officer trying to stop her, but she ran under the police tape. And I was saying to myself, that's a mother. That's a mother looking for her child. And most mothers are like, F this tape and F you, I am running. Okay? I told Kevin that that woman, the way she was running, she looked like she'd have ran straight through that school. And that's how a lot of parents are. Like, when something happens with their child, their instinct is not to think about the police or to think about this caution tape. It's to think about, where the hell is my child so I can get my child? Because parents, in their mind, is, I'm supposed to protect my child. And as long as my child knows that I am there, they feel at least a little bit safe. Even though I may not be able to fully protect them, but my child seeing my face, that lets them know, well, okay, my mom or my dad is here, so I feel a little bit safe. And you can tell that woman running, she... excuse me, was a mother determined to find her child. It's a horrible thing to get that phone call. You just dropped your child off at school. Probably not even getting the phone call. Probably seeing it on the news.
Yeah, seeing it on the news.
Seeing it on the news. And you turn the
people,
TV and you see that. You say, what the hell?
Now people find out through their phones, because if you subscribe to your local news mobile thing like I did, that's how I see it.
Can you imagine that? Like, seeing that? Like, what? Wait a minute. Because and at first you're probably looking like, wait. Am I reading this right? And then your next instinct is to just run. Yeah. Like, to just run.
One of the guys from MSNBC, one of his, somebody, I think his child actually went to that school. So it's just crazy. My heart goes out to those families, all of those families affected. And it's just you don't expect this. Like, I don't want to have to go to the gallery or be in fear to go to the gallery, which is a downtown mall, you know, in fear that somebody might shoot me up or shoot everybody up that's in the mall because they are upset with the world. If you're one of those people that's upset with the world and you're watching the Scorpion show, I want you to go get the help that you need. If you ain't taking your meds, if you know you're not doing it, you need to go take your meds and go get yourself together and go get help. If you even had the thought of, I want to go out and kill somebody, like that's not even a thought you want to have. And it's just so sad that this is becoming a norm. You can't even go to church without somebody just wanting to shoot you in the damn church. It's just making me mad. And then, you know, just to throw more salt on the wound, somebody tweeted me about the people in China. This man stabbed up 20 kids. Now in that situation, he has a knife. Now I'm thinking, I don't know how old they are, but you would think somebody would want to rally up and get this man. He only has a knife. But it's still sad that you want to go out and attack innocent children. These children didn't do nothing to nobody. All their job is to do is go to school and bring home straight A's. Maybe A's and B's. It's not their job to be, you know, worried about a man killing them, or even a woman. Can't put it past a woman either. It's just so sad that this is just going on. I really don't have all the words that I really want to say, but I just say hug your children tighter and tell your family members you love them, because you just never know. You just never know when it's the last time. And it's just seeing them people on TV and, you know, crying and, you know, they hugging each other. Some people were upset that the news were interviewing the children. I'm not upset that they were interviewing the children, because it gives you an inside look to what was going on while they was going through that. So I'm not saying, oh, they shouldn't have did that. I'm glad. Children are innocent. They don't have to lie about anything. They're not going to cover up anything. I'm not saying these people will cover up anything, but children seen it, and they lived it, and I'm glad that they were strong enough to talk about it. The children that they did interview, because of course we seen the pictures of their children frightened. You know, they were saying how they had to hide and climb. Oh my God, it's just too much, y'all. And you know, I'm glad that President Obama, you know, he went on TV and he talked about it. And that's the only thing you can do. Like, only thing you can do is, even though it didn't happen to you, you have to put yourself in that mindset of, what if that was my child? Because I remember when I don't want to sound mean, but the news used to desensitize me with parents crying over their children. And, you know, it just never affected me. But I'm telling y'all, ever since I had 2 little nieces and I've seen them grow up, and it's different when you grow up with them, but when you see them grow up, you want to protect them and you don't want nothing to ever happen to them. So when you hear about what happened to somebody else, and then you think about if that could be you, you know, it just messes with you. And it could be you. So don't just say, oh, I'm glad that's just not me, because you never know. You just never know. just pray on it. Pray that you never have to go through that. Because those parents right now, they're going through a lot. They're going to have to go to support groups together. That's what I was thinking about. You know, they're going to have to really help each other heal. And, you know, I just hope that none of those parents want to take their life because of them losing a child. You know, people go crazy when it's their child, and, you know, you're supposed to go before the child, not the child going before you. So it's going to take a lot of support, a lot of prayer, therapy. It's going to take a lot. And my heart just goes out to them. And I just hope that we don't have to go through this again. We don't have to see this on TV. I do not want this to become the normal thing where people are just getting shot at random. This feels like freaking Iraq somewhere, you know, where they had the suicide bombers. They kill themselves and other people. That's what it seemed like is going on over here. And I hate that. I hate to have that feeling. I hate to say it, but that's just how I feel about what's going on. And I want these people to go out and get help. And if you know somebody that's crazy, or have been talking crazy, tweeting crazy, posting on Facebook crazy, posting on Instagram, posting guns, just posting real off the wall stuff, please go help them, or contact the authorities or somebody and get them help. You got to do it. Even though it might hurt you, or even though you might, it's just better to be safe than sorry. And I don't know what else to say. Like, I can't go on for 30 minutes just talking. But I really want you guys to have a good weekend. I want you guys to just think about it. you know, think about what happened, or I would love to read your comments of, you know, what you're thinking about during this. We just could not have no regular video today. Not what was going on in America. You know, we are all Americans, and we should all feel some type of way about what happened and want to make a change, or want to help people that's just not right. Anything else you want to say? All right. Y'all have a good weekend.